Marky Worthington Podcast all day.
All day.
Dream by night.
Don't buy me a drink. Just give me $10.
All day.
Go down to the strip club with your floppy disk and turn it into a hard drive.
Yeah, bro. You'll get fucking thrown out by Big Tony. We're here to name names and make people feel more ashamed for shit that they're not proud of.
Don't blow it. Keep it simple. Count your money.
Oh, whatever it is.
Welcome to episode 99 of the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. Return guest on the show, Dylan Holmes.
Hey, what's up, gamers?
Classic intro, dude.
Yeah.
Well, so Dylan was on the show. For anyone that hasn't listened back through the catalogue, one of the early episodes of the show was Dylan and I did a two-part series movie review on Alien vs. Predator 1 and 2.
I remember that.
Yeah.
What a stinker. The film, not the app.
I think the app was comparatively, like, we didn't we gave it context to the movie. We can't be too good. Yeah. We also recorded that in the back room at the basement. Which we're back at the basement now. We just finished watching The Matrix, being
much better film.
Yeah, much better film,
yeah.
dude. And also being episode 99, this is the 99. Well, The Matrix being made in 99. It was actually suggested to me to do this movie by a listener of the show called Brad. So that was cool that he sort of sparked this whole idea.
Thanks, Brad.
Thanks, listener. And I was like, dude, I wanted to get Dylan back on the show because we kind of, I think you're the first one, obviously, that I did a movie review. I did one with another movie, Mars Attacks, for episode 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did 96 because that movie came out in 96.
Yep.
And that was with another local movie review podcast called the Hack and the Fraud or something. They do movie reviews.
Yeah, I feel like both of those all the time.
When I'm I can't be a fraud without being a hack, and I can't be a hack without being a fraud.
I was thinking, can I have imposter syndrome, but I'm shit at everything, but think I should be good.
The opposite.
Yeah.
It's like what the fuck would you call the opposite to imposter syndrome?
I think it's just Dunning-Kruger, right? It's already around.
Yeah. It's but yeah, the movie was good, man. So we just watched it. I recorded it just for context. I recorded it from VHS. I've got the actual physical VHS tape here. Just for the audio listeners, Dylan, give us a quick breakdown on the actual case, description.
The first thing I want to say, just the weight of it, man. I just love holding VHSs.
Yeah.
One of the best 10 science fiction films of the century. That's a strange sentence.
Weird flex.
Yeah. Well, just how it was just grammar, but it's watching this again. This is an outstanding science fiction movie, and the cultural impact it'll go on to have. A visually adrenalized roller coaster ride. Fuck yeah, man. Right, am I reading the whole blurb here?
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves from The Devil's Advocate.
That's when that was his next biggest movie. You don't have to read the whole thing, but that's already off to a good start.
Yeah, and I will do Lawrence Fishburne, Just Cause. I've fucking never seen that. And Carrie-Anne Moss, New Blood. Yeah, this was easily her biggest film, right? Oh, and then Hugo Weaving from The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
Oh, fuck, dude. Dude, how funny is that? Where it's just what is it from?
Just Cause.
Yeah, because I thought you were saying Just Cause, you were just saying I'll just mention them just
we
cause.
just threw Lawrence Fishburne in here, dude. he was on set.
Just cause. They wrote literally Just Cause.
Yeah. But what is The Matrix? No one can conceive it. No one can be told what it is. It has to be seen, to be understood. This is the kind of future you don't dream about. Fuck, dude, can I open this?
Yeah, go for it, man. You can.
Dude.
He's opening the case now to see the fucking actual VHS inside.
This is a time machine, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's X-Rental.
Yeah, I can see the little stickers and stuff on it.
And it's on the front, the little tag.
Oh, yeah, dude. Where do you reckon Civic Video? I used to work at one of those.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You used to work at a
That was my
Civic Video?
first job, yeah.
Which one?
In Moniassa, the one next to the shops down there.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I was terrible at it. Boss sucked.
Oh, so we're referring to in the top right corner of this VHS case. You probably remember there's like a little triangle with like the genre in it, and it says science fiction, which like some of them had it on the spine as well. I've got a few VHS just cause.
Yeah, just cause, man.
And some of them will say like HOR for horror, like just on the spine.
I've now look up like IDM because obviously it's more than just science fiction. But like IMDb is like science fiction, action, adventure, drama. Like it's just everything. Yeah. It's just so many tags.
It's
and
difficult. Yeah, I used to try and sort my movies into genres. Yeah. Like, and I was like, it's so hard to place certain movies. Like, it's so time consuming to try and sort stuff that way.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember as a kid going to the video store and looking for something specific, like The Matrix. You're like, all right, is it going to be in sci-fi? Is it going to be in action, adventure? Where is this thing like gonna be?
Yeah.
Now
they just have a section for The Matrix.
The Matrix. I don't know. I guess you can just luxury. You can just type in The Matrix, and then Netflix doesn't have it, and you just go, "Well, why am I paying for this shit?"
Well, I think so. That came up when we were watching it, like the quality of it. I recorded it from VHS. Now, one thing I noticed, like because it's an ex-rental, they actually recorded their own previews at the start.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, there was certain tapes for rentals versus for home. And at the end of this tape, which I recorded this as well, there's music samples as well for albums that are coming out soon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I don't remember that at all, man.
So, at the end of this, dude, we didn't play it tonight because we ran out of time. But at the end of this, they have a sample of like a Killing Heidi song, and after that is and don't miss Red Hot Chili Peppers' new album, Californication. So pretty cool.
So the one where all the hits come from.
Yeah. Well, yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Which is, in my opinion, controversial. Probably their less aesthetically pleasing album cover. Like, do you ever find sometimes a lot of the hits sometimes aren't on the best looking album? Like, if you just judge them all by face value, not just Chili Peppers, but any band, the hits aren't always on, like, the coolest looking fucking album.
Yeah, well, I guess, like, these days, I only see an album cover for, like, 2 seconds on Spotify before phone's just back in my pocket.
Yeah, just to make sure you're playing the right album.
Yeah, and then just swipe it away immediately as soon as it's like not aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, as soon as you got your dopamine from it.
That's like so like thin skin when you like trying to find a new song on Spotify and it gives you the mix or whatever. I don't like that cover art. Fuck out of here, man.
Well, I've had albums that I only ever really listen to on Spotify.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, I'd be at like because I try not to get too crazy with my collections of VHS and old shit, right?
No, you should.
Like,
you should really just let it fucking spiral, man.
Fuck.
This is the coolest shit I've ever seen you have.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Like,
yeah, dude, I get it.
Like it's better than cooler than anything I have, man.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've got little painted Warhammers.
Yeah, same. Yeah, Ogre Kingdoms, dude.
Dude.
Yeah, 2011 edition.
Fuck, dude, I like have a newfound respect for you after hearing that fucking Ogres player.
Yeah.
I'm out here with ghosts and shit from the new set. It's just
nah,
not,
man, I got like 2011 Ogres, and I used to play vampire counts of like as mercenaries within my army.
Yeah.
So it'd be like all mostly mostly Ogre Kingdoms, and then just like a random vampire lord in there.
Just cause, like,
yeah.
Well, how old were you in 2011? They wouldn't be like, oh, I'm doing this tactically because...
Yeah, no,
you'd just be like, vampire looks sick, he's in the army. You know?
Literally, I first bought Warhammer because I wanted to make a badass looking chess set.
Okay, yeah.
And then I realized there was another game you can play with him.
Yeah, that's somehow much more complicated.
Yeah, I was like,
yeah.
fuck, how is there anything more complicated than chess, dude?
Yeah, they managed it.
Yeah, you gotta fucking go for that. I was like, wait, you mean that this piece can't move diagonally?
Yeah, what's the Warhammer version of Queen's Gambit? You're a Warhammer prodigy, an orphan.
Dude, I feel like we haven't lost many Matrix fans by talking about Warhammer.
Yeah, there's a broad overlap there.
It's not a Venn diagram, it's a circle.
It is, it really is. Like, Warhammer, like, we were talking about Conker's Bad Fur Day when we were watching it.
Yeah. Which was a good point, actually. So you mentioned that after all the cool scenes and shit in that movie, they never nailed a game version of it.
Yeah, and Conker's Bad Fur Day, like, ironically had it the closest.
Yeah.
And Conker's Bad Fur Day is just like it's like what if Mario was R-rated, but or Sonic was R-rated, excuse me.
Yeah.
But then the other game I remember was like Enter the Matrix, which was like you play as Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
And it's just like not very good. And there's the other one, Path of Neo. That must been a fucking
I have that on PS2 still, yeah.
Oh, dude, that was PS2?
Yeah.
Fuck, we're old, dude.
Yeah,
then,
I played it originally on classic Xbox, but then I bought it on PS2 because I had a PS2 and my friend had an Xbox, so we tried not to double up on it.
Yeah. But again, that one's like you're fighting giant ants at one point.
Yeah,
I remember in like before the final boss, the Wachowskis like they come in and give like an interview explaining it. It's like it like just breaks the fourth wall entirely. So it's like such a. Actually, I gotta go back and play it now because it sounds incredible. And then there was like an MMO, the Matrix Online. Was that what it was called?
I never played that. I don't really remember.
Yeah, I just had I was just a console gamer.
Yeah, I was mainly a console dude.
Yeah.
I still am, mostly just because of like, I don't I've always preferred console just because I prefer to like chill when I play.
Couch, laying back,
I get there's some people that like have a setup where they can chill when they play PC games, but I just still feel too much like involved.
Yeah, the
like,
couch is supreme, dude. They're just lying on one of those.
That was the biggest selling point for like consoles over like the competition to Wii. Like, everyone was like, why the fuck would you want... Like, the whole point you want to play games is to, like, not be physical.
Yeah, and then the Wii went on to sell, like, like millions and millions of copies, yeah.
And then the Wii U kind of flopped.
And then the Switch, we're back.
We're back, baby. Yeah. But, yeah, so back to the Matrix, man. Like, I actually watched it when I was young. Like, when I was probably about maybe 10 or...
That's how old I think I was.
Yeah. Like it would have been like 03, so yeah, like I was born in 93, so yeah, probably would have been around 03 when I seen it. So I'd been out for long enough that like most people had seen it. And I actually used to do karate when I was a kid. Yeah. And you actually would see the surgence of like people that were still doing it. Yeah. You know, like they probably started when the Matrix was big, and then like they were. By the time I was doing karate in like that era, they were like the people that had committed to it for like 4 years and still doing it. Yeah. You know, like it wasn't the fad rush of people.
Yeah, because I saw that when I don't know, I saw it at the movies, but I saw it very shortly after it like came to probably VHS. And I just did not, like I didn't sign up for karate, and I didn't, am I all good?
Yeah, you're good. Sorry, man.
Yeah, like I didn't start off karate, and I didn't get into computers. Like I learned nothing. Like I was like, well, that was sick, and then just learned nothing.
Yeah, dude, that's the same thing. Like so my old man, we were actually talking about like the generational difference between movie fads. Yeah. He said that the wave before the Matrix of people doing karate was when Ninja Turtles came out in the 80s. Yeah, like there was like a wave then, and then like the Matrix came out and there's like another resurgence.
And if you talk to like other old timers, they'll be like, oh, when Enter the Dragon came out,
Bruce Lee, yeah.
So I guess it like comes in waves. You know, now people are like, yo, teach me how to John Wick. You know, Keanu's still at it, man.
Now it's just show me how to twerk. It's like the difference.
Yeah, well, it's probably like UFC so popular now. It's just like, show me how to break someone's arm in half. Like, just not even whimsical anymore.
No, people are about mindfulness. Like, show me how to control my emotions instead of using them to beat people up. But yeah, so it was the start of it was a good. I think it was a good setup to initially get into the movie. Like I feel like literally the whole start of the movie was to set up for the fight and end of the movie.
Yeah, for sure. I did do like film at University of Canberra. I don't remember anything. Paid 40 grand to have an ex-girlfriend, basically. That's all I got out of that.
But you're still the most qualified movie reviewer that I've had on the show.
Oh, thanks, man. The fraud, the hack, and the bloody...
Yeah. No, they're like enthusiasts, but I don't think they had any like formal...
Okay, yeah. So The Matrix is a film they use to show us like how a film's broken up.
Turns out they are the fraud.
Yeah. But the film has like a catalyst, a crisis, and a climax.
Yeah.
And like the catalyst is the point of no return for like the hero when they start their journey. And like Neo literally cannot return to the Matrix after it comes out. And the crisis is like, there needs to be a death in the crisis. Neo literally dies. It's very... And then, like, the climax is, like, the heroes win, you know. They literally press a big button and all the robots die.
Yeah.
So it was just, like... Yeah, in terms of a film, it's, like, incredibly well-structured and easy to, like, dissect and look at in that kind of way. But, at the same time, man, I'm worried that, like, I'm not a good person to like analyze this film because I really like The Matrix Resurrected, like the new one. Like, because we did Alien versus Predator last time.
I think the second one's called Requiem.
Requiem,
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel fine like shitting on that movie because well, actually maybe it's not fine shitting on the movie, but like we were giving that a hard time, but there was so much lows to come after that movie, man. Like, there's the second one is like notoriously bad, and then there's like Prometheus, which is kind of weird, and Alien Covenant, which is also kind of weird. But like, I really love like Matrix Resurrections, which is kind of like, oh, people think this is stooped so low. I think The Matrix Resurrections is like definitely in on the joke.
Yeah, true. Yeah, like they're like leaning into the critics before they even put it out.
Definitely. When they're like, "Oh, you fucking piggies want another movie?" Neo's a gamer now.
Yeah,
you know, Agent Smith is like a corporate nepo baby.
Do you think
IT guy?
Do you think that? I would say that this movie was probably like a big influential part of a lot of sci-fi movies today.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
like Ready Player One and shit. Like, I feel like like even those sort of movies are like probably influenced by The Matrix.
Yeah. Well, the whole like false world narrative is like everywhere now.
Gamer? Do you remember that movie?
I was gonna bring that up. Hey, Gamer, like a Gerard Butler and the guy from Dexter, man.
Yeah, and there's that fucking like, there's like there's like the first-person shooter game, but then there's like that creepy Sims game where they're just all fucking.
Oh yeah, what, like Second Life?
Yeah.
Real life.
Black Mirror, I think, was influenced by shit from
Black Mirror is just like, I'll take anything, man. They just don't give a shit. They're like, because they do what, like, they've got to be close to 100 episodes or something, right?
And they're all fucking standalone episodes.
Yeah, so just like grab everything, dude. Like, yeah. I think that's very much the point of that show. It's like a kind of homage to the stuff that's come before. But yeah, definitely. If you can even do like a very like literal like real world, like we have VR now. Yeah, you know, and like augmented reality. Do you remember when like Google Glass was going to be a thing? Man?
Everyone was freaking the fuck out.
Oh, fuck that.
Because they're like, no, that's just going to record people.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
but it will. Like, he's like, so will all the cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't even give a. don't care about my online identity. Like, just have it, man. What am I? I'm not doing anything interesting.
You can finish paying for my film degree.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah, going back to gaming. Do you remember, like, the Xbox One came out and they had the Kinect?
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's going to be watching you all the time. It's like, well, it's going to be bored. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not doing anything.
It's gonna, yeah. It's ironically gonna be watching my disconnect.
Yeah, it's just gonna watch me slip further out of reality as I play fucking Halo 9 or whatever.
The cool thing about the Kinect, I remember, it did have some features where, like, had, like, motion sensor and shit.
Yeah.
So, like, it was kind of futuristic, how it was like, oh, instead of having a, like, I'm the controller, like, I think that was actually their promotion technique. It was just like, you're the controller.
Yeah, this is the iToy, but more, yeah.
Do you remember iToy, dude?
Remember iToy,
Fuck, man. It was just like, okay, now you're a window cleaner.
yeah.
It's like, okay, now you work at Macca's and you need to, like, their version of Macca's.
Yeah.
You need to, like, make burgers.
Yeah.
Salt the chips, dude. They'd have heaps of fucking games.
Nintendo, like, the Switch, how did that not happen, like, 10 years earlier? They saw, man.
It's a bit like the Virtual Boy, like, so many people.
Virtual Boy, dude.
Yeah. Like, it's like a cult classic now because it was, like, the first to do it. But it was so shit that, like, they kind of gave up on it.
Yeah, yeah. What was the one? Is the 3DO the one where you had to, like, you had to, like, it was kind of like VR, but, like...
Yeah, it was VR,
but
dude.
16-bit.
But, like, yes, but not many people could play it without puking, dude. Yeah, because they just could not market it, because they're just basically like, yeah, this is like this is like a fucking... This is an IPCAC of fucking games.
Yeah.
What's that thing called? IPCAC or whatever, the shit that makes people puke if they OD?
Oh, no, man, I was just following you on that one.
Yeah,
man.
okay, yeah.
I was just laughing at context. Like, I hope I'm doing the right thing.
I only remembered that because I seen some dude blew up his YouTube channel because he drank a bottle of that, like, shit that makes you puke. So it, like, made his channel blow up just because he was, like, he used to do reviews on random shit like Pepsi Clear and stuff. Like, he'd buy, like, vintage shit.
I thought he was, like, doing movie reviews, but he'd, like, drink the gack. Like, halfway through.
No, what he would do is he would, like, buy, like, a rare, like, Pepsi Clear or whatever.
Yeah.
That people would just have in their collection that's out of date by like 20 years.
Yeah.
And then just do like a taste test review on it. Like, and someone was just like, you should drink this shit. And he just fucking did it.
Oh, have you seen the guy that eats, like, old, like, military rations?
Oh, no.
From, like the most extreme one. He had one from, like, World War One. Like, it's all, like, vacuum sealed. So
condensed cheese.
Yeah. But, like, you'd open it and go, nice hiss. And then, like,
have you seen the pizza review, dude? There's this guy that just has a standard, like, Domino's pizza, but he's doing, like, a full fucking review on it.
Cutting up with a knife.
He's literally just like, oh, good amount of, good warmth, like, he's just full doing, good texture. And it's just a fucking Domino's pizza, dude.
God. That's me in an hour, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was cool. I really liked the experience of chilling. I mean, it was the first time I've done this, so I think it went pretty well to hang out, watch a movie. I think it's good to be able to review it, like, straight after watching it as well.
Yeah, have it fresh. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys were giving my girl Switch a hard time, man. You were really roasting her.
Yeah, dude, that's all part of it.
Yeah,
dude.
but
you just gotta roast.
In, like, researching this, because the Wachowskis are trans now, they're women, and people are like, oh, is the Matrix like a trans allegory? And, like, the article I was reading said they didn't set out to make it that way, but in the original draft, she was going to be, like, male in the real world, and then when they went into the Matrix, they would be female.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I thought that's, like, way cooler than what we got.
Very cool. Yeah, that's an interesting concept.
Because they're just kind of, like, androgynous.
Yeah.
In the current version. But yeah, then they were like, yeah, we didn't know we were trans at this point, but it's, like, obviously watching it back now, like, that's some pretty trans shit.
Yeah, but also some 99 fucking level of, like, future view on that is pretty cool that they thought, like, they had that idea then.
Yeah, because that's so, like, dude, all of my online avatars are just, like, anime girls. I am that character, man. Like,
we finally found him, guys.
But when she dies and she's like, not like this. I say that so like I don't know about this film. That's just what I remember. Like so, I am Switch. I am her.
Yeah,
she's me for real.
Well, I even had that like when it was just like this is Switch, and I was just like, and she is one.
She is.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a few, like, because it's such an iconic film and I haven't seen it for ages, there was a few bits, like, there's even the bit where I, like, called out, like, oh, it's from the meme, like, they've made, like, shit from this movie that's, like, made it, like, relatable to, like, today's generation. But they don't sort of realise, like, so I'm sure there would be people out there that know the meme but not the movie.
Yeah, definitely. But that's kind of, like, my worry watching these things back. I was like, man, this held up really well. Or am I just like reliving my youth?
Am I watching this through my 10-year-old eyes? Yeah, but there's like the red pill, blue pill stuff.
Yeah, the red pill is, now we know, estrogen. It is, that's what it actually is. Kind of like a grim irony that it's used by like just conspiracy theorists and
now,
like, like men's rights activists that like you gotta take the red pill, man. You gotta break out of this. It's like it's a movie by two trans women, you doofus. The red pill is estrogen, dude.
I had a great moment where I realised right towards the end that it literally looks like Tony Abbott's in this movie.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
it's just like,
he does look a bit.
And it took me so long to. I like spent most of the movie just trying to work that out.
But yeah, both Australians. Like, do we all look like that?
The red pill blue pill thing. It's funny that's like probably also just as much used as like ironically as it is seriously. Like people are just like Jordan Shanks, like Friendly Geordies.
Yeah.
He often will just be like at the start of his video, "Are you ready to take the red pill?" Like just as a joke to like kind of a jab at the conspiracy people.
Yeah. It's really like it is a shame that they've kind of co-opted it, you know, to this point. I guess it's like also a double-edged sword of it being like we were saying how it's a really clear catalyst for Neo, like you take the red pill and there's no going back. It being like so well written in that way has just had like this residual effect of kooks just being like, oh, the red pill, dude. It's
like I said, I don't know if I'll be able to put this clip at the end, but I remember saying that they look like omega-3 tablets, like, and then I was like, holy fuck, red fish, blue fish, like Dr. Seuss, dude. Like I'm like making connections.
Yeah, dude.
My favorite line that you said when we're watching it, and I'll probably be able to put this clip in, was where. Is it Mouse is just sitting there like fucking like going? Like going and going?
You shut him down. He's talking, man.
Yeah, let him
He's
cook.
making a lot of sense.
Let him cook.
Yeah, it's like how does a robot know what chicken tastes like? I was like, this is the shit.
Yeah, it's so funny, dude. It's literally like when you're at an open mic and you're starting to like do good, like a good riff, and then like you get the light and you're like, oh fuck, I need to like respect that.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just like seeing the light. I'm just like, whatever.
Thank fuck.
Yeah, Yeah. I don't know, man. We see people disrespect that light, man. You gotta respect the light, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I've been on both sides of the coin.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, like, I've definitely... I've been respectful of it, but this is like me trying to weasel out of like, look, I'm aware that it occurs. I know what it represents.
The worst is when people like pretend not to see it. It's like, don't, dude. It's like, the entire crowd can see it.
That was actually my thing. Like, I did really like the response that you get sometimes when some rooms have a bell. But the problem I have with it is like a Pavlovian response to the crowd that the set's about to end. I want like the comedian to steer it and not the audience to know that he's going to wrap up soon.
You know better than anyone that a comedian cannot be trusted. Don't get your advice from us and don't let us steer anything. We're like, it's herding cats with us, man. Like, just whatever you can do to get us off the stage.
Yeah, you have to be the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
Like, there is some... Actually, this new guy, the young dude, he was in... He was in the Class Clowns, which is like where they sort of go to schools and get like 15-year-olds to try out comedy.
Yeah.
And he was in that when he was like in high school, and now he's doing it now that he's finished high school.
Yeah.
So he's like in his early 20s now, and he's doing stand-up still. And
Yeah.
it started from then.
Yeah. I don't. That's insanity to me.
Yeah.
Someone starting at like 15. It's
So
like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's like your brain is already.
And what even
broken.
material do you have? Like,
Yeah,
life
like,
is good.
Oh yeah, dude. Recess was short.
Oh,
as
fucking
okay,
recess. Yeah. So, but he had a great, because he's so close to the school days still, he had a great analogy for when a room starts going awry. Like
Yeah.
when there's fuck all audience there and the comedians are just fucking around and shit.
Yeah.
He described it as like when the teacher has to leave the room and the kids start getting fun,
Yeah.
like hectic,
Yeah.
and like they get up the front and pretend they're the teacher for a little bit, like,
Yeah.
and just start getting out of hand.
Dude, I could also see that as like when the substitute teacher is like 10 minutes late. It's like
Yes, and you're
you're
just
not bringing
waiting.
that back. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
That day, that lesson's gone.
Yeah, so anyway, basically, I enjoy the movie. I think it like isn't just a good movie, but it also laid way for like a lot of great movies.
Yeah, set the foundation for a lot of stuff. And I think the we couldn't see it that great, but this, I think it really just goes like how much the visual effects hold up, because
Yeah.
that all looked great, man.
Yeah, even from VHS on a screen that's made for football games.
Yeah. But just like having such a distinct style, man. Like the entire time I was watching it, I couldn't like, oh, in a modern film, this would just be a CGI fuckfest, man.
Yeah.
Everything would look so dog shit.
I feel like it will hold up better than shit that came out 10 years later.
Oh, it already has, dude.
Yeah. Like, or even, to be fair, I feel like there is even shit now. I finally worked out how to word it. That came out at the perfect crossover where CGI was good enough, but you still had to have a good storyline. And the movies that came out 10 years later were too much on the CGI. They didn't rely as heavily on the storyline.
Yeah.
And now you can just go CGI for basically everything, and you don't need to have a lot of like people.
Yeah.
Like in sci-fi movies, and that's why it holds up, because they weren't relying on just CGI.
Yeah, CGI can be like flexible to its own detriment almost.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, we'll just throw whatever.
Oh, it's like
in.
it's like the difference of like they still had to rely on being somewhat good because they couldn't fully rely on CGI. So
Yeah.
that's why it holds up better.
But it's like definitely does, but also just like the style of the thing carries it so much. The constant like green,
Yeah.
and like they go through, like just the like aesthetics of them. They go through like screens a bunch, and that really holds up. And even just like when Neo's mouth is melted shut, still looks fine.
Fine,
man. It looks good, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy at first too. Like they really did a good job introducing that into the show, like into the film. Yeah. But yeah, all right. Well, let's wrap it on that, man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I reckon.
Dude, I did all this researching what a Morpheus was, dude.
Close on your final thoughts and include whatever you want at the end.
I was just, I don't know. Morpheus was bothering me. I was like, what is that? It's the god of dreams. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, the great god of dreams, sorry.
That's
But,
good content though. Like they actually did the research into like a cool name, with
What
meaning.
I forgot to fucking research was like, why is she called Trinity? I always have that as like, but there's just one of them. Maybe
Three holes, dude.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know about that. you can keep that content to yourself. I run a good wholesome. Nah, dude, I was talking about femboy cum on fucking Wednesday, dude. I got no leg to stand on, man.
I like how you lasted for about fucking 5 seconds of trying
to be wholesome.
yeah, and you
Nah.
just dropped the jib.
Nah, dude, I'm just
No, you are super wholesome, dude. Like I get it.
Thank you, wholesome in like a very degenerate kind of way.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what last thoughts I have, man. Just, I think I don't know how much you want to cover it, but like Rage Against the Machine is the right people to put at the end of this movie.
Yep.
It is very much an very anti-establishment. I think that is kind of why conspiracy people latch onto it, because they think they're anti-establishment, but they're really not. They're just kooks.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, dude, I had a blast watching this, man. I was 10 years old again, dude. I was like, fucking, I do know Kung Fu.
The movie downloaded it into your brain?
Yeah, dude. Oh, fuck, yeah. That is just like being on the internet, right? Just downloading, except it's just memes. Like,
yeah. Someone described TikTok as junk food for your brain.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
And that fucking makes so much sense. Yeah. Like, we still download shit into our brains. It's just not wholesome.
Yeah, just 15 seconds at a time.
There's like no nutrients.
Yeah, it's Doritos just constantly just smashing against my fucking grey matter.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, that's a good summary, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. What did you think about it, man? I'm pretty over here talking about bullshit.
Yeah, I liked it, man. I'm glad that. I think part of why I liked it so much isn't just the movie. It's also the experience of watching it on VHS and just like the previews and the whole fucking experience sort of took me back, like you said, to that era.
Yeah, dude, I missed the previews. It was just a bus game.
Yeah, well, anyway, I think that I prefer to watch stuff how it came out.
Yeah.
And although it's cool to like, maybe in like a few years I'll rewatch The Matrix again, but like full HD and just like have that contrast. Like,
well, it definitely helped take it back to like that kind of cultural moment where it came out, having it in like the VHS. Like, just holding it still for that feels special.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to have in the collection.
We're talking about floppy disks, man. I was like, man, I could go for one of those.
Just
flicking the top of it, you know?
Yeah. It's like the original fidget spinner. Fidget spinner.
Dude.
What the fuck is a fidget spinner?
Dude.
Yeah.
I really like doing that, man. Maybe we did have autism this whole time.
Maybe floppy disk is what like actually helped with the like, what's it called? The fidget, like it's like the smoking version of an oral fixation. It's like a hand thing.
Yeah, well, definitely. Whenever there's a moment when I start gaming. I'm such a dweeb. Before I plug my keyboard in, when it's unplugged, I just fucking love pressing all the buttons.
Well, you mentioned that in the thing, man. I love a button. We like seeing old hardware. Yeah, wrapping up, I really enjoyed it. I reckon it was good, and I reckon that it's anything in it that is old is not. You don't look at it and go, oh, look at that old computer. It's like, look how cool that piece of equipment is. Yeah. It's kind of a time capsule of that era, and it's not trying to be new. It's just a good representation of the time it came out.
Definitely, I think, 1999, 20 in years.
Flip phones? Sliding
phones, yeah. But I think this, 20 years ago, 20 years from then, we still love this. And 20 years from now, people are still going to love The Matrix, the film. I think that's pretty telling that, this is clearly, what did that cover say? One of the top 10 greatest sci-fi films of the century.
Which it still probably holds up. Definitely, in that. Yep. All right, well, we're going to get into now some reviews. We're going to have Hamish McLean and Seph, who also watched the movie with us, give us their opinions on it. So, sticking around to hear that. Cheers. Please flip over the tape to side B to hear the rest of this podcast. I'm here with the second part of this podcast. We've got the two other comedians that joined us, which was Seph and Hamish McLean. What did you... first of all, thanks for being on the show. Both of you first time ever on my podcast. Yep. So, episode 99 came out in 99. What did you think of the movie? Brief overview. Starting with you,
Thanks for having us on, Marky, and thanks for putting together the movie. You actually changed it from being a proper DVD. You took it back to being like the VCR version.
Yeah, there it is for anyone watching the video at home.
Yeah, we've got the real, felt like we were in the 90s. Even the ads before the movie were so old school. It was great to watch.
Yeah.
So here's a review I wrote for The Matrix. Basically, I hadn't heard of The Matrix, so I asked people on my Facebook feed, and someone who might be a conspiracy theorist told me that The Matrix is a documentary. The Matrix is not a documentary. But I was expecting to see a documentary, and if it was a documentary, I would be expecting to see David Attenborough at his prime, because the movie was released in 1999. Where were all the dinosaurs? And where were all the animals fucking each other? I think The Matrix is a good science fiction movie, like with a twist of Taekwondo. I think some conspiracy theorists live in the blue pill world, a world of nihilism and without curiosity, and I think that leads to despair and apathy. And of course there is sadness because The Matrix was released in 1999, 15 whole years before the release of Time of Our Lives, written and performed by Neo and Pitbull. And my guess is the person who commented on my Facebook question hadn't heard the song Time of Our Lives by R&B singer Neo and Pitbull. And and this was when the real Neo gave us the real red pill. The lyrics of this song bring us hope and optimism. Here is a message from the Matrix Code written by Neo. I knew my rent was going to be late about a week ago. I worked my ass off, but I still can't pay it though. But I've got just enough to get up in this club. Have me a good time before my time is up. Hey, let's get it now. Woo! I want the time of my life. Hey, hey, hey. Live my life. Alright, so in closing, I'd like to say this. I might read this like David Attenborough because I was told it was a documentary. Be like Neo, not Neo. Take the red pill and listen to Neo's 2011 hit Time of Our Lives featuring Pitbull. If you're so sick of love songs, be like Neo and you'll start to become closer to the time of your life. Hey, hey, hey.
Fuck yeah.
Dude. If you could play this song after that, that'd be sick.
Dude,
yeah, we don't need my opinion. We'll just play the song.
We'll play the song.
Right now. Yeah.
Your opinion's the song?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. No, so Joe was furiously typing away on his laptop throughout the movie, and I'm glad to see it finally paid off to get like a good, holistic, wholehearted review. That was worth the 2-hour wait.
Yeah, my pleasure to present it. And people might not be thinking about the real Neo in this time, and it's good to bring people back to the real Neo.
The 2011 Neo.
2011 Neo, dude. 2011 Neo.
Can I just say, I wouldn't take a red pill from the 2011 Neo. I'd just be a bit worried that, date rape.
Yeah. There's something fucking weird about it. Well, we did actually have a few. There was a few bits in the movie that were kind of dated, but the 2011, I feel the 2011 Neo, dude, is fucking probably more dated than the 99 movie. It was more dated, fucking before it even came out.
That was a throwback.
Yeah.
I saw a recent video of Neo, the 2011 Neo, and I think you're right. Keanu Reeves has aged a lot better than 2011 Neo.
Yeah. He was in Bram Stoker's Dracula as well. Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's in the tail end of that movie, it's actually like set in the future after like the initial part of the movie, and he just looks exactly the same, but they just gave him grey hair, dude. And it's just like, fuck, he looks good for his age in that, because he literally looks like a young dude with grey hair, and they're passing him as like an older dude. Yeah.
But he just doesn't ever get old, Neo.
Yeah, exactly.
He always looks young. His skin's beautiful as well.
All right, Hamish, you're not going to get out of it with a song. Let's get your review.
If I take anything away from the movie is when Lawrence Fishburne said, "You think that's air you're breathing?" That's like such an ominous threat. I'm going to adopt it into my just like everyday life. Like sometimes I'll like someone just like slights me in like the just not even bad. Just like they give me 2 50-cent coins instead of $1.
You think that's air you're breathing?
And I'll just be like, you think that's air you're breathing, and walk away. Because I farted.
The slow burn.
It's so
Yeah.
perfectly ominous. Yeah.
You know, I can definitely see like Javier Bardem's character from No Country for Old Men. Like, you think that's air you're breathing?
Yeah.
It's-
Just call it.
Yeah.
Just call it, dude. Just call it.
yeah.
Breathe it.
Just breathe it.
Breathe it.
And there was a lot of lines in the movie that were meant to be like fucking edgelord, cool, like.
And they were still
they
super
were-
fucking sick.
They were just hilarious. No, like when Keanu wakes up and he's like, "I know kung fu." I laughed like I'd just been told a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
It was a fucking joke.
Yeah, it was
And then they started doing the kung fu as well, and that was just as funny. I felt
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
The way they just started fighting
I
each
think I
other.
have a drastically different opinion of this movie than you guys.
Okay.
Because I was
Yeah.
back to being 10 years old. I know Kung Fu was the sickest line I've ever heard. Like, again. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's so good that we all watched the movie and got different fucking like opinions of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I'm going to close it out with a few clips from us watching the movie. So the couple of lines you guys just mentioned, then I'll have that at the end of this episode in like a highlight reel, which will only be on YouTube. So if you're listening to the audio edition, there's a link in the bio where you can just watch the video section at the end of this. But yeah, that's you guys.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Good to have you on the show, and wrap up the episode 99 with the best movie from 99, which is The Matrix.
Matrix.
Well,
Thank you very much.
I mean, American Beauty was also an honourable mention. It came out that year.
Yep.
But yeah,
Matrix way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially
Yeah.
on VCR.
Yep. Yeah, and the clips, to mention this, the clips that I'm going to use at the end of this are from the VCR recording.
Nice. Yeah.
So you'll be able to see the true fucking, what did we say? Like, less, it was like
360.
Yeah. 360
Yeah.
or 480 at max.
Yeah.
P resolution.
I feel like if I had my glasses on, it wouldn't have made a difference.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, in fact, it was better without them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I
well-
just won't watch the actual movie now.
yeah,
So-
yeah, leave that as a memory. This was, like I said, foreplay for watching the actual movie when you watch it on VHS. It's the closest thing. But yeah, that closes out episode 99 of the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. Cheers.
Thank you.
I know kung fu. You think that's air you're breathing now?
Maybe they can figure out.
Don't let him cook.
Protein combined with
That's something, dude. He gives me mad Tony Abbott vibes.
on this planet.
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
We would have told you to shove that red pill right up your ass.
That is not
Oh,
true.
boof
What
it,
he said is
dude.
free.
Imagine red pill in the ass, blue pill in the mouth. Let's go. Don't buy me a drink. Just name names. Yeah, right. Big Tony. You'll get fucking thrown out of the strip club with your floppy disk.
all day.
Make people feel shame for shit all day.
Don't blow
Turn it
it.
into a hard drive. Yeah, right. You'll get fucking- We're here to
Keep it simple. Count your money.
that they're not proud of. Just give me $10.
All right.
Click.
Did you hang up?
No, I just said click.